Are you ready for a true confession? I, Nancy Blakey Noel, have not been following the best practices I teach and coach people to regarding getting the draft copy of Conversations That Sell for Financial Advisors to the editor on time next month. I have just figured it was going to happen. I've done this before, and I did not take and put the plan and the components of the plan necessary to actually achieve the goal. What didn't I do? I did not. I set my goal date. I blocked out days on the calendar, but I didn't look and put together the weekly plan with milestones. I did not outline all the resources that it would take for me to meet those milestones and the end date. And I did not engage stakeholders for transparency and accountability, support, and sometimes the kick in the butt to get going. And so this last weekend, I had a complete meltdown. I mean, blubbering, complete meltdown with overwhelm that there was no way that I was going to be able to get this done. And it took me a bit to sit down and think about, okay, what is it that I need to do? I know what to do. What is it that I need right now? And I'm not somebody that likes to say they need anything. But what I realized I needed was that stakeholder. I needed a key support person for these next weeks. And I'm fortunate. I have a lot of sales colleagues. I have great family and friends, and I even have clients that will help along the way. But what I needed to do was to really think about what support did I need now at that moment and the next weeks. And so I made a list, and I needed somebody that I trusted, somebody I respected, somebody that I really did want to have be proud of me as I was making milestones. And so would give me pats on the back, but also give me the kick in the butt. I needed somebody that would be kind and firm. And once I wrote down the list and realized they also would be someone that needed to make the time to provide the support they weren't expecting, I knew exactly who I needed to reach out to. And it was a tough one. I did not want to, contact and ask and admit that I needed help. So it took me a few hours. And then I chickened out and I texted them instead of phoning them. And a few hours later, they got in touch with me. We got on the phone, and the first things they said is, "What's going on and what do you need?" And the floodgates opened, and very quickly, they firmly and kindly let me know that I was in the situation because of me. I'm the one that put myself there. And followed it up very quickly with, they believed that I also was the person that could get myself out of this, and that with taking action, some that I wouldn't like to do, that I could get on track and meet this deadline. And over the next, 40 minutes, we outlined the thing I really didn't want to do, which is say no or not now to certain things, both personal and professional. I'm a helper. I like to be there for people. I like to help other people meet their goals. And in the meantime, I was going to have to pause those things to get this book draft done, which will help a lot of people later. So they made me write that down. We committed to reporting in at the end of every day the things I said no to and the progress that I made in the writing. And I'm 5 days into this, and what a difference it is. It has been so hard to say no and not now, but I've done it, and everybody's been very accepting. I really wasn't letting people know that I was working on this book. And so I've had to be transparent because I am working on this book and it's taking up a lot of time. And by doing these things, I'm a lot more confident today than I was last weekend that I will meet the deadline, because there's penalties if I don't. And so here's my challenge to you. Where or what is something that you're not making progress in? What is something you have wanted to do or to finish that you haven't? And who is it that you need to reach out to as a stakeholder to ask for that help and that support you need? I can tell you it's the best decision that I've made all year. And to keep this transparent, I am once a week going to also report out here on what's the progress I'm making and what can you look forward to in the future.